Chad asks, at what point in time, if at all, should a brand not use social media?
Steve.
Chad.
Chad, great question. The funny thing is all that social media is another, first of all, social media is a term, a slang term for the current state of the internet right now. The term we used only 6 or 7 years ago was Web 2.0 sites. Now we call them social media sites. We may call them something else in the future, mobile native, virtual this, but there's always a term to talk about the 20 to 30 sites that matter. Social media sites happen to mean the sites that people actually go to, the apps that people actually go to in a mobile-first world, which is what we live in now. And so people are confused if there is a thing called social media. There isn't. I mean, anything that's a content site now, anything that people refer to podcasts as social media. It's just a term of relevancy. And so it's a communication portal, right? And there's some high-end brands that think if they're on Twitter or Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook that they cheapen their brand equity. I would say Apple, right? Apple is a brand that does very little. I still think they're doing basically nothing on social, or at least definitely not on Twitter, I don't think, right? So, look, do I think that there's a place where brands should not do it? Only if it's a shtick. If it's a very well thought out, we are so exclusive, we're going against the grain, and they make it part of their overall thing, that they emphasize in other channels of communication their lack of being there. It may position to a small group that is anti-establishment, that they think that's cool, and so, but more and more what people need to recognize is that social media is going through a legitimacy curve right now. Over the next 5 to 10 years, this will be the establishment. Facebook and Twitter and well, I don't know about Twitter, I'm worried about Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. They're gonna be the establishment. It's like banner ads or the internet itself. It's just gonna be the establishment, my friends. And so I think eventually that's going to run out. It's if you wanna sell something, you need to be able to communicate to the world. And if everybody's eyes and ears are in a certain place called the internet, I think you need to be there. And I think you have a tough argument to justify the upside versus the downside of not communicating in the portals where people are living.